You wanna give me the best. You wanna give me the best that you have. Woo. Your grace, give me things I don't deserve. I didn't earn it. I think I'm worthless. Yeah. You took me from the bottom and told me I'm the head. I didn't give you nothing. You gave me love instead. I can't just keep in all this love without giving it back to you. I'm giving it back, yes, the best of me.
Hello family. Hi, how is everyone doing? Oh my God, it seemed like it has been forever since I have been on my channel. Oh, I thought that was my phone. Seemed like it has been like forever since I have been on my channel. Yeah. So guys, I have missed you all terribly. Terribly, is that a word? I don't know, but I missed you guys like tremendous, okay? I miss coming on here, bringing you my hauls. I just missed you guys. I missed your comments. I'm probably missing new subscribers. So if this is your first time joining or coming into my channel, please, why don't you stay, have a seat, and go ahead and please hit that subscribe button right down below. Yes, I would greatly appreciate it. And also, if you can hit that notification bell, and you will be notified every time I upload a video. You are watching Simply Deborah, and my name is Deborah. So hello and welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I so greatly appreciate it. Today, guys, in Chicago, the weather is really beautiful. I know, right? With all this cold weather and rain that we have been getting, it is like, hello. But hey, it is what it is, right? So we just work with it. But today is actually a beautiful day. Yesterday was actually nice as well. But today is nice. So guys, I just have a little chit chat, no haul. Happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I wanted to actually do a video over the weekend to have one up on Monday. But guys, I got really sick. Yes, I know. Yes, I had started feeling bad on Saturday, and Sunday or Monday, I actually had called my doctor, or well, I can't talk. Okay, so I actually called my doctor on Monday, who was not available, and they told me a nurse's practitioner would be available if I wanted to come in to see her. I was like, yeah, that'll be fine. So I went in to see her, and my symptoms were, my back was killing me. Every time I would urinate, it would feel like that I hadn't emptied my bladder. It felt like I had to use it again, but I couldn't. And then my stomach, lower stomach was hurting. So I had my husband to look it up, and all I was thinking of, this has to be a bladder infection. Although I have never in my life had I'm sorry, I was looking at something on the news, but I have never in my life had a bladder infection to this degree. So I was like, what the heck? And so went to church on Sunday, had a fabulous time, went to my mom's house. My brother, oh my God, cooked dinner for the girls. It was so lovely. It was just really nice. So went over there and broke bread with them, had a nice time. Came home, I was not feeling good. And like I said, Monday I called the doctor, and my doctor was not available. So I saw a nurse's practitioner. And so I needed to see somebody, and my husband kept telling me, go into the emergency room. I was like, no, I'll be okay. I just thought, you know, it was a bladder infection. Give me something for it and I'll be good, right? I know. Guys, I go in. She gives me a exam. She, you know, like was hitting my back to see was there any pain, and I was like, yeah, the lower back. And she, you know, checked my stomach and stuff, and she took a urine sample, And she told me, she was like, well, right now we're going to go ahead and treat you for a bladder infection. She said, we did check your urine and it's not E. coli, which E. coli is one of the #1 strains for a bladder infection for women. So she did check that, and she stated that it was not E. coli. And she stated that the medicine that she had prescribed for me will knock it out. And she also told me to take this medicine that you buy over the counter, which is called Azo, A-Z-O. And that is for bladder infection. So I was like, okay. So I stopped by my son's house. Me and my husband had took me. Stopped by my son's house coming home, and then went straight, because I had to drop something off over there. Went straight to the pharmacist and got the prescription. Came home. Guys, Sunday was the last time I had ate until today. Today is Wednesday. I was in bad shape. So Monday we went, got the prescription. He came home. He was like, you want something to eat? You want me to fix you something? I was like, I don't have an appetite. And I was like, my body was just, it felt like, guys, that I had been in a car accident, and that my whole body was just in pain. It was pain that I've never ever felt before. It was all over my body. When I tell you my body was aching, oh my God, it was hurting so bad. So, and then on top of all of that, I was so nauseous, and I was throwing up. I was like, oh my God. So anyway, okay, so before I get off track, so I saw the nurse's practitioner. She gave me an exam. She checked my back. She checked my urine. She told me that it was not E. coli. And then she prescribed a medicine for me. I left there, went to my son's house, dropped off a package, then left and went to the pharmacist to get the medicine. Came home, and my husband was fixing him something to eat. And he was like, you want something to eat? I was like, I don't even have an appetite, babe. And he was like, well, you probably need to eat something. I was like, I'm so nauseous that I can't eat. And so he was like, well, why don't you call the doctor back and let them know? And I was like, but she said it was a bladder infection. So I was like, okay, fine. So I didn't call the doctor back. However, I just got up on my couch. I had chills. I was just miserable. And I had a blanket, and I just laid in this spot right here where I'm at. Yeah, I just laid right here. I did not move, and I was just balled up, curled up like a little baby. I could not do anything. And that's where I stayed all Monday when I got back. So Monday night, my husband actually had to work, and he was like, you want me to call off? And I was like, no, you can go ahead, I'll be okay. So he was like, okay, fine. So I went and got in my bed Monday night, and my back was killing me. I was tossing and turning. Finally, he came home at about 12, and he was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, but my back hurts so bad. And so I was like, I'm just gonna go. He was actually in here watching TV. And so when he went and got in the bed, I got up and I came in on the couch. And first, yeah, I came on the couch. And my husband, it doesn't take him but a second to fall asleep, people. I mean, he could close his eyes, and the next thing you're gonna be hearing is, he's probably gonna kill me. But the next thing you will hear is him snoring. Oh my God. I wish I could fall asleep like that. He tells me I do, but I don't. It seems like it takes me forever to fall asleep. So anywho, I got on my couch, I balled up, and then I kept feeling nausea, like I had to throw up. So I was like, I'm sorry guys, let me turn this off. So I was like, I got up and I went in the bathroom. Oh my God. I threw up everywhere. Yeah, I threw up. At first I couldn't throw up. I was leaned over the toilet and I was like, God, I just need to just throw up. Maybe if I throw up, I'll feel better. And so I sat on the floor in the bathroom. I laid on the floor in the bathroom. If I'm laying on a bathroom floor, you know it got to be serious. I was stretched out on that bathroom floor. And actually, laying on hard floor was better than laying on the couch or in the bed. I definitely couldn't lay in the bed. So I laid on the floor, I got up, I bent over the toilet, and then I threw up. So I got up, washed myself up, and my husband was knocked out asleep. He didn't know any of this was going on. And he fussed at me the next day. Well, why you didn't tell me you was up in the bathroom throwing up? I was sick as a dog. I couldn't say anything. If you didn't hear me, he was like, you still call me. And I'm like, you don't know the magnitude of the pain that I was in. Hello? I'm like, no. So Tuesday, I was laying here on the couch. He got up, he came in here. He was like, I'm gonna go get a car wash. And I was like, okay, fine. He came, he went and got his car wash. He came back, he was like, are you okay? And I was like, my back is hurting. And he was like, do you want to go to the, he was like, can I take you to the emergency room? I was like, no. I said, the doctor already told me that it was a bladder infection. Maybe I just got to let the medicine, you know, get in your body. So he was like, okay. He was like, well, I'm going to go get your car washed. And he was like, and I'll be right back. I was like, okay. So he went and got his car washed. He came back. So he was like, well, the nurse said, the nurse's practitioner, she was like, if you start throwing up, you're having chills, your back is hurting worse, definitely going to the emergency room. So, and all of those things were happening. So he was like, well, just call your doctor back. And so I called my doctor back and I explained to them what happened Monday. And I explained to them what was in the process of what was happening. And so she was like, yeah, you need to go into the emergency room. So I was like, okay. I didn't even have the energy, guys, to get up to do anything. I had to get up, take a bath, put on some clothes. If you could imagine how I was looking, yeah, I was looking toe up from the floor up. I finally mustered up enough energy to get in there, take a quick bath, put my clothes on. When I went in the bedroom to put my clothes on, I just had to lay on the floor. He was like, Deborah, get up. I was like, I can't. And he was like, babe, you need to get up. He was like, you're scaring me. I was like, Chucky, I cannot move. My body hurts so bad. I was like, just give me a minute, please. So I got my t-shirt, got some leggings. He put my socks on. Then we got to the back. He got my jacket, put my shoes on, and we left. And on the way to the hospital, I rode in a back seat, laid out with my cover over me. And yesterday was a beautiful day. I had bad chills. I was just feeling horrible. And so got to the hospital, and of course they were busy. And I told the lady, you know, at the desk what happened. And so she was like, okay. So she was like, well, have a seat, you know, someone to call you. So I want to say it was about 15 minutes, and they called me in the back to triage. So they took my, of course they take your weight, your blood pressure. Oh, wow. So sad. I'm looking at, I don't know if you all, I'm going to get back to my story, but I'm looking at this story that happened here in Chicago. They found the remains of a young lady that was missing, that was pregnant. They found her body. Unfortunately, the people they snatched her up or took her, lured her into their home by saying they had some clothes that they wanted to give her for baby clothes. She went to their home and they killed the poor girl. So sad. This world, well, I'm not going to say the world is mean. The people in this world, there's some mean people in it. And that is just so, so sad. My heart really goes out to them. The baby is in the hospital fighting for his life. They said that he was brain dead, but then they upgraded it and said that he was showing a little life. So I hope he pulled through. Poor little fella. And they just said they found the remains of the mother. It's just so sad. But, and it's so weird, and I closed my windows because of that as well. They found her like not far from where I live, and the helicopter that is over their home, you can actually look out my back window and see it. hovering down onto the house that she got killed at. So it's just sad. And people think that, you know, this kind of stuff never happens to the, you know, to you. And it's like, people, we are not exempt from anything. It's just sad when you hear about it. It's just make you pause and just appreciate life, and appreciate, you know, although I was in pain, I'm here today to tell my story. So it's just, I don't know, it's just sad. But anyway, back to my story. So yeah, so I went into the emergency room. They took me, it was like 15 minutes. They took me into the back to triage. And in the back in triage, they took my blood work so that they can go ahead and send that out to the lab. They took my urine so that they can go ahead and do that. They took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was fine. And so they told me I can go and have another seat in the waiting area, that they will call me when a room is available. So I was like, okay, guys, this waiting room was so busy. I was like, it's going to be about 3 to 4 hours, I swear, before they called me. And people were sitting there when I came in. They were still sitting there when I got out, or when I got there. So I was like, I know it's going to be forever. Guys, when I went back out to the emergency room, my husband and I, we sat down, and I had my head on his shoulder. And I kid you not, it was probably 15 to 20 minutes, and they called me. I was like, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. So they called me in the back. They had my room ready. And so the nurse came in there, and he was like, my name is whatever. He was like, I'm going to be your nurse. We're going to, the doctor will be in here in a minute. And he was like, you can just, you know, get undressed from the top up. And he was like, and, you know, I'll be back. And I was like, okay, fine. So he left. I did that, got in the bed, got some blankets on me, and I was, you know, just, and then the doctor came in, and she said, hey, you know, I'm Dr. whatever. And she was like, who do we have in the room with you? And I was like, that's my husband. And she was like, oh, okay. And I introduced her, and, you know, she shook his hand and stuff. And she was like, so what brings you here today? So I was telling her, and I told her everything that happened. And I had my prescription. People, when you go to the hospital and they prescribe something for you, if you have to go into the emergency room, please take that medicine. So, because sometimes it's not always in their system to detect what type of medicine you're taking. So I took the medicine with me, and I showed her what, you know, I was taking, and it was for a bladder infection. And she was like, well, you don't have a bladder infection. She was like, you have a kidney infection. And that is why I was feeling so bad. So she immediately, I was dehydrated. She immediately started IV and medicine through the IV, nausea medicine through the IV. And within that first dosage of my IV or fluids, I was feeling so much better just with it going in my body. And so she, after that happened, the nurse came back in there and actually did everything, set my arm up, prepped it up for the IV and everything, and put the IV and stuff in me. And I want to say, once the IV got halfway down, he came back in there to check on me, make sure I was okay. And he said that the nurse, or the doctor, actually came in behind him and was like, do you think you can eat something? And I was like, well, I don't feel nausea anymore. I said, I can try. So he brought in some saltine crackers with some apple juice. And so I nibbled on 3 crackers and drank some apple juice before I started to throw up again. Well, I didn't throw up, thank God. I was actually had the sensation, feeling that I was going to throw up again. So she gave me some more nausea medicine and some Benadryl. And she stated, she was like, this is, you know, for nausea. And that took away the nausea, but I was not able to eat anything. So I did feel better, and she told me that she was gonna, she put a prescription in for me at my local Walgreens with, which was the antibiotics for my kidney infection and then some nausea pills. And she told me that she wanted me to take them for, I had to take up to 5 days. So I had 1 dosage yesterday. She gave me 1. I have 1 for today, and then I got 3 left. So today is what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be finished with them by Saturday. So I'm taking those. And she told me not to take the bladder medicine because I did not have a bladder infection. My blood level count was really high, which detected an infection in my body, which came back that it was the kidney infection. So that was my Mother's Day. But anywho, like I said, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I'm here. I'm blessed. So yeah, so that is what happened to me over the weekend. I was not able to go to work yesterday because, of course, I was in the emergency room, was not feeling good. And they told me to just take a day to just rest. And I have not been doing anything today. I actually tried to eat some oatmeal. Couldn't eat it still. I tried to drink some water. I drank like half of that. And I know I have to force myself to eat so I can build up my strength to feel better. So I left and I went to Panera Bread and got me some tortellini Alfredo, and I ate probably half of that. I put the other half in the refrigerator. It wasn't even half, guys. And I did drink some raspberry cranberry juice. I was able to drink that. So I'm actually have some chicken back there I'm gonna put in the oven and make a chicken salad, and hopefully that will have me feeling better. But and I brought me some apples. I've been wanting just fruit, something cold. I actually had an apple this morning, and I was talking to my son, and his daughter got on the phone, and I was like, oh, this apple don't taste good. She was like, it don't taste good, Grandma. Don't eat it. I was like, okay. And then it was so funny, guys. But my Bella, she is 3 years old, and she has a cousin, which his name is Yosan. So she told me that he started to walk. She was like, Grandma, Yosan can walk now. I was like, oh, good for him. I was like, who taught him how to walk? And she was like, Che. Che is her brother. And I was like, oh. I said, well, who taught you how to walk? God. I was like, okay. This little girl is hilarious. And I did get to see my other little fella on Mother's Day, little Dio. Yes, I saw him. He is just a treat. So loving, so kind, always got good words. He actually said the prayer for our dinner. Yes, he did. He is just a gem. I just love them. I love my little munchkins. And so, yeah, so that was how my weekend went. I had a video I was gonna do with a haul, but I just wanted to come on just to share with you guys why I have not been on. And like I said, if you are new to this channel, if you could please do me a favor and go ahead and hit that little red subscribe button to become part of our family. And if you're returning, hello, and thank you so much for coming back. I so greatly appreciate it, you guys. And I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you all had a fabulous Mother's Day. I hope you all did something that was just memorable and whatever you wanted, whatever your heart desired to do. Yeah, so that is it. Do you guys have any plans? I'm actually supposed to be getting ready. I should be in the midst of packing. I'm supposed to actually be getting ready to go out of town. And all this sickness come on me. Hello? You gotta take a back burner because this girl needs some R&R. I know. I was supposed to get just a weekend getaway. So that's up in the air now. So we shall see. I do feel better. I think I look a lot better. My back is still hurting just a little bit. I would say on a scale from 1 to 10, I would say between a 3 and a 4. But I am letting the medicine get in me and work on me. I know my urine is much better as far as the cessation of having to urinate once I'm finished urinating. So that is good. So hopefully that doesn't come back because that is the worst feeling ever. And so, yeah. So that is what has been going on with me, guys. I know. And I hate to be nausea. Oh, I hate to be sick. Who wants to be sick, right? Nobody. So I pray that you guys are watching this in good health, and I pray that you guys are just having a fabulous week. And I will not, I will let you guys go. I will not keep you. No, I am going to go ahead and put that chicken on so that I can have it over a little salad and try to eat that and maybe an apple. I'm going to try another apple. I did go to the grocery store and picked up some fresh apples because Bella said the other apples that I had probably was not fresh. So she said, Grandma, they're probably not fresh. And I was like, you're probably right, Bella. And then she told me she was getting ready to take her bath. Now I'm talking to her on the phone. She was like, I'm getting ready to take a bath so Daddy can take me to school. I was like, oh, okay. She was like, smell my toe-toes, Grandma. I was like, Bella, you a mess. And then she put them in the phone like I can really smell them. I'm like, girl, you are crazy. So yeah, but so I will go ahead and go. I will not hold you guys any longer. I do have another video coming up this week. I guess I would present or show you guys. I will have a little haul as far as what I received for Mother's Day. And I will probably, well, I'll definitely let you guys know if I go on that trip or not. And I guess I will talk to you all soon. I hope and pray that you all have just a wonderful week. And today is Wednesday, so I hope you have a fabulous ending of the week. Yeah. So I'll talk to you then. Love, peace, and happiness. I love you guys so much. And thank you so much for just coming, just being a part of my team. Thank you. I love you. Yes, big time. I do. And I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Bye. I didn't get my hug. Aw. You're making me feel bad. Oh, I feel much better now. Maybe I just needed a hug from you guys. I love you guys so much. So thank you guys again. And I'm going to go ahead and go and get my dinner started. So I'll talk to you all in my next one. Until then, love, peace, and happiness. Mwah. Bye-bye.